Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 71748, Catamaran Sea Battle from the LEGO Ninjago theme. This set contains 780 pieces, 6 minifigures, and retails for $69.99 in the US. This is an all-new set from March 2021 that was sent to me early by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. Before I get started, I'd just like to ask you guys to please like the video and subscribe if you're new. I was sent all 5 of the March 2021 Ninjago sets, and I'm doing reviews of all of them right here on this channel. And then there's some other really exciting stuff coming in a couple of days too. So by liking the video, you help support the channel, and by subscribing, you'll see these reviews as soon as they're posted. But with all that out of the way, let's get on to the set. So here's the first main build in this set, the villain's Catamaran. I have to say, it is really exciting to finally get a villain vehicle. It has been a while since we've gotten a villain vehicle. We've gotten like villain locations or villain creatures, but we haven't gotten a proper villain vehicle in quite a while. So it's exciting to see one here, even if it is bundled in with a ninja vehicle. Speaking of the ninja vehicle though, I was kind of shocked to see how much smaller it was compared to the villain one. Putting these two side by side, you can see Kai's Catamaran is significantly smaller than the Keeper's. But we'll take a look at Kai's in a little bit. First, let's start with the Keeper's. Here is the Keeper's Catamaran. This is a quite unique color scheme for this set. It's got like that newer blue color combined with the brown here. Those two colors work quite well together, combined with like the little bits of tan in the sails and in these pieces right here, as well as the white used in the bones all throughout. I really like the look of this vehicle. It also has trans purple all over, both in the lightning and in the spring-loaded shooters. Here's the front like head of the vehicle. It's designed to somewhat like represent some sort of creature. You can see there's little eyes right here. There's this design on the forehead, and then there's another eye on the other side right here. I'm not sure what creature exactly this is supposed to be. It looks somewhat snake-like. It reminds me a little bit of the Great Devourer, but obviously that's just because Ninjago is known for snakes. This could be really anything. Inside you can see there's these white blade pieces with these teeth coming out. You can imagine these as decorative or imagine them as weapons, but either way they look quite cool. Moving up, you can see like some lightsaber hilts right here with this purple lightning coming out. This set comes with a lot of purple lightning, which I'm really happy to see because it's a really cool color for that part. The part itself is always exciting to get, but getting it in this color is really cool, and I'm not sure if we'll ever get it again outside of this wave, so I'm glad this set comes with a lot here. Here's the little seating area right here. It's 3x2. It can probably only fit one figure, Chief Mammatus, but if you want to put someone else in there, you can. There's a close look at the large sail that you saw from the wider view. Once again, there's some sort of creature on the sail, which I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's probably the same as the front of the boat right here. And then you can see the sail's a bit tattered. You can see there's holes all throughout it. This is like a cloth piece right here used for the sail, and I think it works really well. I prefer this to like the plastic sails. I prefer this to both the plastic sails and the brick-built sails. I think this looks really good. Moving on to the back, you can see like these larger brown posts right here. I like this part's usage. It fits well into the catamaran, and it's cool to see that part used. Got this little fin on the back, which can spin 360 degrees. I'm not familiar with ship terminology, so bear with me, but I believe this is the rudder, right? The thing on the back to control like what direction this is going, but you can also imagine it's like a little turret or something like shooting out, and I think it works well like that too. There's a little play feature right here which connects to the front area with the teeth that I just showed you. This entire white area with the Nexonite shields and clips at the front, this can be moved up, and if you push it up like this, you can hook it into these like little clips right here, and when you do that, these like tooth blades at the front protrude further. So there's how they look normally, and here's how they transform. Not a major transformation, but it's still nice that it's included. You can also see on the sides of the thing area, there's some spring-loaded shooters right here. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. Just push down, shoots out. You can shoot at a target. They're trans purple, which I'm not sure if we've gotten them in that color before, but even if we have, it's a fairly uncommon color for them, so that's pretty cool. But they're spring-loaded shooters. They come in tons of sets. They're not that exciting to me. I like these stickers right here, though, with, again, a little face. Again, I'm not sure what type of character this is meant to represent, what creature or whatever, but it looks quite good. Looking at this from the back, you can see there's some, like, thrusters back here. They're shooting out lightning from the back. There's 4 lightning pieces on each. They can spin just like this. They're attached to that, like, little gold Technic piece right there, which is connected to the overall build. And there's 2 more pieces of lightning on each pod on the side. Speaking of the pods on the side, they each have their own little features and can be detached. This one right here is somewhat like a prisoner pod. You can remove it just like this. You can see it's connected with, like, a little Technic pin right there, and it goes in that hole right there. It also has Technic pins on both sides, so you can connect it to either side that you want. I just connected it to the side that they showed in the instructions. But this just has a little sticker on the front. There's this little bone cage right here, and then a seat in the back for a character to sit. So if you want, you can have one of the Keepers in this back area right here, and then one of the ninja trapped in this little cage. So you can have the ship sailing on its own, or you can have it attached to the bigger catamaran, but this is essentially just like a little prison ship. The one on the other side can also be removed. And this one's a bit more simple. It seems to be just for storage. Once again, there's the seat in the back for a Keeper to sit if you want them to. There's 2 statues right here that shoot out trans purple tiles, but this area up front, instead of being like a cage, is like a little storage area to hold these 2 barrels. These can be removed and opened up, and if you pour them out, there's just a single purple gem inside. Same thing with the other one. But you can put the lids back onto them, stack them back on top of each other, and put them back in this little ship. They don't actually attach in any way, but they do fit in quite snug. But if you're playing with it or something, they may fall out if it gets hit pretty hard. With those 2 sections removed, the main catamaran has these little wings on the side that can flip out, so it feels a little more complete even without them. But it looks best when they're there. So here's a look at how it looks when you reattach them on the opposite sides. Moving on to the other build in the set, here's Kai's Catamaran. As I said, this one's a lot smaller than the Keeper's one, so there's a lot less going on here. I'm very mixed on this. On the one hand, I adore the color scheme. The orange and red is my absolute favorite color scheme for Kai, so it's so cool to see that used here. However, my main thing is, it's a Kai boat, and we've already gotten a Kai boat, and we haven't gotten boats for any of the other ninja. Like, aside from little side builds, maybe I think Nia's gotten one once. But full-size boats, we've gotten 2 for Kai and none for any other ninja. So it's very weird to see that they chose Kai for this here, because again, it's the same color scheme as the other boat too. Obviously, this is a Catamaran, that was more of an actual boat, but I don't know, I would have preferred like Cole or Jay or something here. But regardless, for what it is, it does look good. I like this big sail here, the white, the red, and the orange all combined together really nicely. You can see the stickers all throughout with Kai's symbol and just like fire effects. Slightly different, but quite similar on the other side. Unlike the Keeper's Catamaran, there's only one seat in this one right here, so I assume you'd have Kai sit here. And then there's a transformation to it. If you push back in this area right here, the entire Catamaran opens up just like that to make it a little bit bigger. Like this, it's alright. It looks okay, I guess, but this is definitely the less interesting build in the set for me. There's a couple cool pieces like the propellers out the back, but as a whole, this feels a little bit smaller than I expected. But as I said, I was very happy to get a villain vehicle, so I don't mind that the ninja vehicle in this set is a little more lacking because the villain vehicle is what matters to me, and it's really good here. Moving on here, the first 3 figures included in this set, the 3 ninja figures, with the island variants of Kai, Jay, and Zane. Every ninja in this wave, except for Zane, uses this like golden machete piece. I think it's quite cool, but it varies in how well they use it. So Kai here just has 2 of the golden machete. It's about as simple as they come. He just gets it twice. I think it works well for him. He used to have the dual swords, dual machetes for him. It works. Jay here, though, his weapon's a little weak. He has the machete on a chain, which I'm not against the idea of. I get that. Jay's always had chain weapons, and it makes sense to incorporate the machete there. But my main problem with this is he has no way to hold the other end of the blade, so it constantly just has to be like dangling around. That just doesn't make sense to me. The other end of the machete just doesn't fit in his hand, and the bar doesn't come out far enough for him to grab right there, so it feels a little poorly done to me because you just can't connect it to him in any way at all, so you just leave the blade dangling. And when it's like, when you're swinging it as a weapon, it works, but when you're not actively swinging it, it just looks a bit awkward with him. And then Zane's just the odd one out. He has a bow and quiver. He doesn't get any, like, machete weapon at all. Moving on to the suits, though, these are all very good. They feel to me sort of like a combination of Hunted and Hands of Time, if that makes any sense. It's got that Hands of Time feel because they all use a lot of their secondary colors, right? Kai uses dark red, Jay uses dark blue, and Zane uses silver. But it's got that Hunted vibe of where it's like kind of like ragged and run down. Not as much so as Hunted, but you could see like there's tears in the clothing. They're all like sort of asymmetrical. And then it's got the half masks and the new like headband hair pieces. Kai here might be my favorite of the new ninja suits, but that's just a testament of how great these suits are because I do actually really like Kai. He's got this metallic gold printing on his torso and legs, which is by far my favorite part of him. But other than that, he feels kind of generic for these suits. He looks alright, like I like the fire bits in his torso and like the metallic gold belt. But he's just a lot less interesting than the others. A lot of them have just like colors that really pop on them, and Kai just doesn't really have that. But he still looks good, and I like the new headband hair combo piece. Jay, on the other hand, might be my favorite. He was nowhere near my favorite based on like the renders from the show. However, having him in person, that yellow is such a cool touch on him. I don't believe we've ever gotten a J suit to really use yellow before. I know he had like the yellow pins on his season 11 suit, but he's tended to stick to just like blue and dark blue and silver maybe. So seeing just like that bright yellow there, it is absolutely perfect on him. It fits him so well and it makes this suit really pop because all the other colors are like this brighter blue or this darker blue, and it just like, it has a very consistent tone, so that yellow just really sticks out in the best way possible. I also think he has one of the best like hair headband combo pieces. If you guys want to see this, I'll turn him all the way around. You can see it hanging out the back, and I just think it looks really good. This is the only one we hadn't seen before from other sets earlier this year, so this is cool to finally get, and I think it fits Jay really well. Zane is one of my favorites too. I am shocked how much I like this figure. The metallic silver printing on the chest looks incredible, and my favorite part is definitely this area in the legs. If you guys have the Legacy 3 Zane minifigure from the Titan Mac this year, it has like this little bit of metallic blue printing all over it. That same exact metallic blue is used in the legs right there, and that looks so good on the white suit. I also like this really bright blue on the belt and this sort of like messy design with the blue on his torso here. I like how his heart is showing and everything too. Really great figure. I also appreciate getting his hair because while it now is coming in sets and it's not as like impossible to get as it once was, it's still nice to get because I don't have a lot of it. My main complaint with him, though, is the fact that he doesn't have armor. I get he has a quiver, but it just makes him feel out of place with the rest of the ninja. I really wish they used, like, the Lady Iron Dragon quiver armor combo piece, because I think that would have fit Zane really well, and would have matched with the other armor, too. Here these figures are with their accessories removed, and I think Jay looks even better without the half mask. Like, you can see the full extent of that torso, and I just think the dark blue, the normal blue, and the yellow just blend so well together. This is one of my favorite ninja suits ever, I think. Like, this genuinely just looks so cool. Same certain faces they've all had since the movie, nothing too special going on there. And then turning them around, there's Jay and Kai's alternate faces, as well as Zane's back face print. Kai's back torso print, same feeling I had with the front. Like, it looks good, but it feels just a little generic to me. It's not as exciting as some of the other ones. Jay's, though, excellent. So cool. I love the rope going over, like, the yellow symbol and the yellow lines continuing in the back. I also like these little, like, lightning streaks down his back. I think those look really cool. And then Zane's, I might even like his back torso print more than his front. I like this, like, messy blue area right here, and then the metallic silver for his back. Really, really good looking. Moving on, here are the 3 Keeper figures included in this set. We have Chief Mammatus, Thunder Keeper, and Rumble Keeper. First off, we have some pretty cool accessories here. Chief Mammatus comes with like this little lightning staff. This reminds me a little bit of Garmadon's lightning staff from the original like 2011 wave of Ninjago, just with like a longer staff at the bottom here and a different lightning piece, but Garmadon had something very similar to this, so I'm curious if there's any like link there. The amulet comes in every single set, but it's a really, really cool piece. It's dual molded in trans purple and gold. And it's got like this swoosh effect on it, similar to the weapons in the Versus sets. I really like this dragon face right here and everything. It's a really cool piece, and I'm happy it comes in every set. I just kind of wish there was more collectibles and not just the one, because every set comes with the one. And while it's nice that, like, hey, you don't need to get more than one set to get the collectible, it would have been cool if there was some variety. Thunder Keeper here comes with like this larger scythe piece, and Rumble Keeper just comes with a spear, but he comes with this all new like printed shield piece. This printed shield looks really cool. I love the colors of blue and orange used on it. It's also got like this white design of the same creature that you see on the sail of the Catamaran. Again, I'm not sure what that creature is or if it's going to play any role in the show, but I think it is really cool looking. But accessories aside, take a look at all 3 of these figures. Chief Mammatus is definitely the coolest to me. His design very much matches his name, Chief Mammatus. Like, his robes and everything are very similar to the other ones, but a lot more elegant. He uses gold instead of brown. He has a lot more of these, like, gems all throughout. He also has this very elaborate headdress piece, which I think is the coolest part. It's still molded in this blue color as well as gold, and then it's got these 2 tooth pieces coming out, which are just attachments. He's also got this cape piece right here, which is really cool. From the pictures of this set, I just assumed it was red, but having it in person, it's actually, like, this dark orange color, and I think that's just so much more unique and cool. Because the red capes come in, like, Star Wars sets and stuff before, but I've never gotten a dark orange cape before, so that's a really nice inclusion. Thunderkeeper has this really cool face mask piece. This is like surprisingly detailed. You can see like the teeth have like little intricate markings on it, and I love like all the jagged edges all throughout. Feels very tribal. I like that a lot. Rumble Keeper is definitely the least interesting. I like his face print with the purple lightning effects. He's got the same torso and legs as Thunderkeeper, but Thunderkeeper's mask is way more interesting than Rumble Keeper's hat, so I'm not too interested in that guy, but it is just nice to get generic villains sometimes. Accessories removed, there's a better look at everybody's face print. They're all quite similar, with the main difference being the color of like these little effects on their face. Chief Mammatus has like golden little lightning effects around his eyebrows. He also has like this purple area behind his eyes. And his mouth is open, he's got 1 gold tooth. He's definitely designed to be like the most elegant and strongest one of the bunch with like the golden effect. I like the metallic gold printing on his face, it looks really good. Thunderkeeper's face is probably my least favorite. He's got this wide smile, which is really funny, but the white effects just seem to sort of blend in with the lavender, so they're not like that noticeable, so I don't like them that much, but it still looks good. And obviously most of the time they're going to be covered by the mask. Rumble Keeper's face, though, I much prefer. The dark purple on top of the lavender looks so cool together, and it helps make the orange eyes just like really pop on him. Turning these guys around, there is back torso prints and alternate faces. Chief Mammatus does have an alternate face where he's just like a little bit angrier. He's angry on both sides, but this is more just like mouth open and talking. Well, this side is like mouth slightly closed and angry. You can see that like elaborate golden like vest continuing on the back. Once again, it's like very similar to these guys, just like golden and a lot more elegant. You can see those gems all throughout as well. And then these guys just have this printing on the back with like these little lightning bolts. I really like the lightning bolts in the back, and I like the back of their face prints too with those little effects. Once again, I think the purple is a lot cooler than the white. And as a whole, I just really like these Keeper figures. I think they're a ton of fun, and they're just like a nice aesthetic for a villain. I like the idea of like another tribe in Ninjago that we haven't seen before. And I think they did this aesthetic really well. And I like how you get all 3 main variants in this set too. So overall, would I recommend this set? I'm really not sure. It's a good set, don't get me wrong, but for $70, there's probably better options out there. The biggest thing to me is there's not much draw for this set, because it does a lot of things well, but the other sets in this wave do it better. Not a single figure in this set is exclusive, and if you get the other 3 sets in this wave, you don't need to get this set, because you already have all the figures. And in terms of the builds, like, they're good. I do really like that we got a villain vehicle here, and I think that's definitely the highlight of the set. The Keeper's Catamaran is awesome, genuinely. However, that being said, I still personally would rather get the Keeper's Village or the Jungle Dragon over this set. If it was the Keeper's Catamaran on its own, I'd be more tempted to recommend it, but with the Kai vehicle, it just feels like it's taking up a little bit too much space. The Kai vehicle's not bad, it's just uninteresting and feels a little bit repetitive to me. But I guess if you didn't have the original Kai boat, this would be more interesting. So overall, I'd say yes, I would recommend this set, but only if you're really interested in it. It's not like the Jungle Dragon where I'm like, yeah, that set is great no matter what. You should check it out because it's just amazing. This is one like where if you don't get it, you're not missing that much, but if you do get it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's a nice figure selection and a decent build, and again, it's very nice to get a villain vehicle. I I would encourage people to support the set just to show LEGO that we do want more villain vehicles. I just wish there was more reason to get this set, because obviously this was sent to me by LEGO, but if I was buying this wave with my own money, I probably would pass on this one. Because as cool as I think the Keeper's Catamaran is, I am all about saving money and affordability, and I care most about figures, and I can get all the figures I want by just buying the 3 other sets. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As I said at the beginning of this video, a huge thank you to the LEGO Group and the LEGO Ambassador Network for sending this to me. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos like this almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. And as I said, reviews of all the new March 2021 Ninjago sets coming soon, as well as some really cool other stuff, so you'll want to stay tuned. And real quick, shameless plug, I also have a Pokemon channel, which I'm going to be uploading more on after I finish reviewing all these sets. There should be a card on screen now to go check it out. If you're a fan of Pokemon, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. I'm creating like some competitive and Nuzlocke content. I'm having a lot of fun with it, so it'd be cool to have more people over there. But that's about all I got to say. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.